The world has layers, deep, invisible layers, full of truths most people never stop to notice. What if birds could sleep in mid-air? What if hot water froze faster than cold? What if you could fit every planet between Earth and the Moon? These facts aren't fiction. They're real, strange, and often shocking. Imagine flying for days without stopping, and sleeping while you soar. Certain birds, like the frigate bird and swift, can actually sleep mid-flight, using a process called unihemispheric slow-wave sleep. One half of their brain rests while the other keeps them airborne and alert. These birds glide over oceans, sometimes for weeks, without touching land. This adaptation lets them cover thousands of miles during migration. They don't just fly, they float between sleep and awareness, defying the limits of endurance. It's a brilliant balance of instinct, biology, and survival in motion. They're iconic, beautiful, and slowly vanishing. Saturn's majestic rings are being pulled into the planet by gravity, a process scientists call ring rain. Tiny particles from the rings fall into Saturn's atmosphere, vanishing forever. At this rate, the entire ring system could disappear in less than 100 million years. A blink in cosmic time. What we see today is a temporary spectacle. One day, Saturn will be just another gas giant without its glittering halo. Even in the universe, beauty doesn't last forever. It erodes with time. It seems impossible, but it's real. Under certain conditions, hot water freezes faster than cold water, a phenomenon known as the Mpemba effect. Discovered by a Tanzanian student in the 1960s, this strange behavior has puzzled scientists ever since. Theories include evaporation, convection, and molecular structure changes, but no one fully agrees why it happens. It's a reminder that even something as simple as water can break the rules. Sometimes nature does the unexpected, and we're left chasing the explanation. Science isn't always certain. It's full of mysteries like this. The moon may seem silent and still, but beneath its surface, it shakes and trembles. These seismic events, called moonquakes, occur due to gravitational interactions with Earth, thermal expansion, and even meteorite impacts. Some are strong enough to crack the surface or shift boulders. Unlike earthquakes, moonquakes can last up to 10 minutes due to the moon's dry, brittle crust. They're proof that even a seemingly dead world has hidden activity. The moon isn't as lifeless as it looks. It's a world that rumbles in silence. Your brain is more than thought. It's a supercomputer beyond imagination. With a memory capacity of roughly 2.5 petabytes, it can store the equivalent of 3 million hours of TV shows. That's more than 300 years of video running nonstop. Neural connections form and reform constantly, making your brain both adaptive and limitless. Even though we forget things, the storage capacity remains staggering. You carry inside you a library of sights, sounds, and stories, most of which you'll never consciously access. Your mind is a miracle of architecture and memory. It may not be glamorous, but it's vital. Over a lifetime, the average human produces 25,000 quarts of saliva, enough to fill 2 entire swimming pools. Saliva isn't just water. It's a complex mix of enzymes, proteins, and antibacterial agents. It helps us digest food, protect teeth, fight infections, and even heal wounds. Without it, speaking and swallowing would be a chore. We rarely think about it, but saliva is a silent partner in nearly every moment of life. It's biology's unsung hero, flowing quietly behind the scenes. Camels aren't just desert dwellers, they're engineering marvels of evolution. With 3 eyelids and 2 sets of long lashes, they protect their eyes from harsh sun, whipping sand, and blinding dust. One eyelid is translucent, allowing camels to see even when their eyes are fully covered. Combined with nostrils that close and hooves that grip sand, they're built to survive the most hostile environments. Camels don't just live in the desert, they own it. Nature didn't make them tough, it made them unbeatable in their element. Light always travels at 299,592 kilometers per second. No matter your speed, direction, or position, it's the one constant in the universe. But here's the twist: time is not constant. According to Einstein's theory of relativity, time can speed up or slow down depending on gravity and velocity. This means astronauts in orbit age slightly slower than people on Earth. It means clocks tick differently on mountaintops than at sea level. In a universe ruled by light, time bends, warps, and flows like a river, and we're just passengers riding the current. Every time you see a comet streak across the sky, remember this: its tail always points away from the sun, not behind it like a speeding car. This is because solar wind and radiation pressure push dust and gas away, forming the glowing tail. The comet may be moving one direction, but the tail always stretches outward, defying its momentum. It's a cosmic dance between heat and dust, motion and force. Even in the darkness of space, light still shapes the path of everything. Beneath the waves lies a sunken archive of human history. From ancient shipwrecks to lost cities and wartime submarines, the ocean floor holds more artifacts than every museum on land. Over 3 million shipwrecks are estimated to rest beneath. The seas, many untouched and unexplored. Storms, wars, and trade routes left behind trails of treasure and tragedy. Some artifacts are thousands of years old, preserved in darkness and salt. Every dive is a potential discovery of a forgotten world. The ocean is not just water, it's Earth's largest, deepest museum. That sweet yellow fruit on your table? It's slightly radioactive. Bananas contain potassium-40, a naturally occurring isotope that emits low-level radiation. But don't worry, you'd need to eat millions at once for it to be harmful. Scientists even use the banana equivalent dose as a humorous way to explain radiation levels. It's a fun example of how harmless radiation exists all around us, in food, soil, and even our own bodies. Bananas remind us that radioactivity isn't always dangerous. It's just part of nature's invisible spectrum. Lobsters might look tough on the outside, but inside they're even weirder. These sea creatures chew their food using teeth located in their stomach, specifically in a part called the gastric mill. These hard plates grind food like molars, right? After it's swallowed. Lobsters don't need jaws. They digest with internal crunching power. It's part of what makes them so efficient as bottom-dwelling scavengers. Their anatomy is a reminder that evolution doesn't care about normal. It cares about what works. In the deep sea, survival often means redefining biology altogether. The distance between Earth and the Moon is vast, about 384,400 kilometers. What's more mind-blowing? You could fit all 7 other planets of our solar system side by side in that space, with room to spare. Jupiter, Saturn, Neptune, and all. The rest nestle perfectly between us and our closest neighbor. It's a scale check that reminds us, even our small cosmic distances are huge. The next time you look at the Moon, imagine the whole solar system squeezed in that gap. Space isn't empty, it's just stretched far beyond comprehension. It sounds absurd, but it's true. Falling coconuts cause more human deaths each year than shark attacks. A coconut falling from a tall palm tree can strike with the force of a bowling ball, especially when dropped from heights over 30 feet. On average, about 150 people die annually from falling coconuts. Sharks, by comparison, kill fewer than 10. It's a wild reminder that danger doesn't always have teeth. Sometimes, the real threat is waiting quietly in a tropical breeze. Here's a small fact with a big pattern. Your fingernails grow faster on your dominant hand. Right-handed, your right nails grow faster. Left-handed, same story. The reasons lie in blood flow, micro-trauma, and muscle stimulation, which accelerate nail growth. The fingers you use most receive more circulation and subtle pressure. This tiny growth pattern is just one example of how your body constantly adapts to your habits. Every motion leaves a mark, sometimes in the quiet rhythm of growing nails. These facts don't just entertain, they awaken a deeper understanding of the world around you. From fingernails and bananas to stars, comets, and ocean relics, the universe is packed with mind-bending truths. You don't have to leave the planet. To explore wonder, you just need to look closer. Nature whispers in physics, it paints in biology, it builds in silence, yet speaks with thunder. So keep seeking, keep questioning, because as long as you're curious, the world will never stop. Surprising you.